Hi, this is Sherry from OurLifeHomeschooling.com, where I post homeschooling encouragement for everyday moms. I'm going to be talking in this video about how to homeschool with a baby. Having a baby in the house can be a unique challenge. Babies are unpredictable. They don't have a schedule. They don't come with directions. They are messy. They don't sleep all night. Once they get older and they start crawling, they pull things down. They are getting into things. So homeschooling with a baby is definitely not easy, but babies are also so adorable and such a great addition to a homeschooling day. Although our babies have been challenging, we have always enjoyed having that those cute little gummy smiles and their coos and their personality, their laughter. It's just been so enjoyable to have a baby when you're homeschooling. We have 9 children. We've been homeschooling from the very beginning when our oldest, who is now turning 17, was in kindergarten. We have had a baby in our homeschool many times. We had a baby our first year of homeschooling, and it seems about every other year we have been homeschooling with a baby in the house. And it's been a joy. It has been difficult, but looking back, it's really added some sweet moments to our homeschooling years. I had to pause the video real quick just to get a short clip of our baby this year. This is Holland, and can you see yourself? You see yourself? Look. She is the sweetest thing, and she is almost 9 months old, so she is into everything. She's crawling, she's standing up, she's pulling things out. She's always trying to put things in her mouth, so we're trying to just keep her safe. And but look at that sweetness. She definitely adds so much to our day. So here are some tips that I would have if you're homeschooling with a baby. I would encourage you to spend the first waking moments in quality time with your baby. When your baby first wakes up, they're just so alert. They want your attention. They're excited to see you. And don't miss this opportunity. When they first wake up, look into their eyes, play little games, peekaboo, pat a cake, whatever it is that, your family does. Just give those first few moments to the baby. Sit on the floor with them. Look out the window. This is going to meet their needs for that physical touch and just eye contact with you. And it's also going to help you feel like you are giving quality time to your baby. If you spend the first few waking moments with your baby, it's going to be the reassurance you need to know that you are spending enough time with her. Another thing is to lower your expectations. We all feel more comfortable if our house is neat and orderly, if things are put together, and that is a lot more difficult when you have a baby. And if you can keep that higher standard if that's what makes you feel calm, but I think for a lot of moms, keeping a standard at the house or in your homeschool that you normally have is just going to lead to frustration. I would lower your expectations. Babies are messy. It is hard to keep up with the housework when you have a baby, when it's a baby year for you. And they're also distracting, so it's difficult to get as much schoolwork done. If you lower your expectations, it might just help you stay more positive. Another thing that has been so helpful is to nurse the baby when a child is reading to you. If you have a reader and you're just sitting there anyway, if you're sitting beside a child who's doing math and you're really just kind of watching what they're doing, that's a great opportunity to just nurse the baby and also to be working. Another thing that's helped me is to wear my babies. I have older children now, and usually they're all fighting over who gets to hold our little girl, Holland. But when my kids were all young, it seemed like sometimes nothing would console my baby but to be held. They just want to be held. And wearing a baby met that need for them. And it also helped me to get schoolwork done or housework done, but it also, I think they enjoyed just looking around and following me wherever I was going, working with me, seeing what I was cutting on the counter, or, moving to different rooms. Babies don't move often, maybe upstairs or in the basement or in some of these other places because it's easier to just keep them in the kitchen or the living room or the main rooms. So my babies always enjoyed being worn, and it really helped meet their need and meet my need to get some things done, because there's times when you just, you have to make the next meal or you have to help another child with something, and this was so helpful. Another tip is to limit your activities. This is harder when you have older kids who want to be involved in things. We've encouraged our kids to just pick one thing that they really love, and we've tried to invest in that. But when it's a baby year for us, we have no problem saying no to extra activities. This meets the needs of our family. Also, allow older kids to help. When Holland, our little girl, wakes up from her nap, there's usually 3 or 4 kids who are begging to hold her. This is, for them, a break from their school. And, after I get my time with her, I do allow them to hold her and to each have individual time with her, because this is a great time for them to make close friendships with their sibling, and it's helpful to me. If you have all younger kids and this is harder to do, maybe you could have an older or a reading child read to a younger child. I've also done this. As soon as you have a child that can read, encourage them to read to a younger child. This is great for reading practice. Reading aloud is a great challenge for especially new readers. And then you may have a toddler that is, getting the benefit of someone reading to them when you can't meet all the needs. So allow your kids to help. It's really helpful also to expect interruptions. Like I said, babies are unpredictable. They don't come with schedules, and sometimes you think you're getting into a schedule and it just goes out the window. There's sleep regression, there's teething, there's just so many unexpected things. And if you can lower your expectations and expect that there are going to be interruptions and embrace this time of just enjoying them and knowing that it's going to be okay. You're going to have other times where you can focus more on schoolwork. And this is just a season for focusing on the baby and focusing on your family's needs. And in the whole scheme of things, you're going to have plenty of years of homeschooling your kids and focusing more intently on the things that you really want to do. And this is not going to put you behind. Your other kids are not being ignored. If you expect interruptions, you're not going to be so upset when they happen, and they will happen. Be okay with small chunks of progress every day. I would encourage reading to them and encourage them to get math, writing, and reading done, and just keep progressing every day, and over the long haul, you're going to see that they're doing fine. Another tip is to maximize on nap time. When your baby goes down, this is the time to get all the things done that you just can't do because they are awake. This is a great time to just get caught up on housework or to work one-on-one with your child. The things that my kids have always needed the most help on were math. So when the baby would go down, that would be the time that I would take them one-on-one and help them with math. It was also the time that I tried to read to them because that was when it was quietest and easiest to get the reading done. Another thing I would say, and this is probably the most important, is to live in the moment with your kids. If you have an older child, which you obviously do if you're homeschooling and you have a baby, then you know how quickly that first year goes by. And it's a blur, and then it's gone. And how disappointing to have lived it distracted, with texting or with social media or with just too many activities. This is a time period you don't want to miss this. You only get one chance with them when they're little. You only get one chance with your older kids. Don't miss any of it. Fully live in the moment. Lastly, I would say just keep the right perspective. This season with a baby is so short. There are times in life when we focus on one thing or another with more intensity. This is a time for focusing on the baby, for focusing on the needs of your whole family. And it's going to go by, and then you're going to have more time for schoolwork, more time for housework. Be a mom who loves to learn. Enjoy learning with your child. Enjoy that baby. They're so sweet. They're such a great addition to homeschooling, and enjoy your day.